Bad news this morning for hundreds of thousands of people in West Virginia whose drinking water was contaminated by a chemical spill. We're now learning that the spill was worse than initially believed.
The chemical flowed into the Elk River, contaminating West Virginia's water supply. It continued rushing toward the Ohio River, traveling more than 250 miles to Cincinnati. Tonight, it's closing in on Louisville, Kentucky.
A chemical spill contaminated the water supply to more than 100,000 customers. That includes homes, businesses, even hospitals.
People are unable to use water for anything. That means no showering, no shaving, no morning coffee, and no idea just how much longer it'll take.
It's clear that it's migrated through the treatment plant into the distribution system and that it's at the customer's taps.
Thousands have been told the tap water is once again safe, but tonight, a new warning: pregnant women should not drink it, raising the question, what's the truth about what's in the water?
In the United States, up to 300,000 people in West Virginia have spent a second night without tap water after a chemical spill into the Elk River. With no end in sight, authorities have been forced to declare a state of emergency.
We don't know that the water's not safe, but I can't say it is safe.
It was clear almost immediately that no one was prepared for something like that to happen.
In short, it was a mess. It was a mess.
Water is a prevalent feature in the state of West Virginia.
I was lucky. I had water. But that meant I was sort of ground zero for people who needed showers, who needed to fill up water bottles, for people who just kind of wanted a place where they could get away from the no water situation wherever they were and feel a sense of normalcy.
I don't think anyone had any clue what was going on. We just knew that there was a leak at Freedom.
This was not handled well, in my opinion, at multiple levels. And I think a lot of that had to do with the fact we were in uncharted territory. Some of it, I think, of our own making, some of it not. This was a chemical that we knew about and had been a part of the coal industry and the cleaning process for a number of years, but had not been studied very extensively. So we didn't have a lot of information from the scientific community to start with. We didn't know what the protocols and procedures were for shutting down a water plant of the size of West Virginia American Water's facility near Charleston along the Elk River.
The governor's office issued the do not use notice, or the ban on using using the water for anything except to flush the toilet or to put out fires.
What we saw from that chemical spill is that when we don't have water, it creates a serious situation, and not one that's just, environmentalists care about it. Everybody cares about it. Citizens care about it. Businesses care about it. It's wildly important to us, and we see it when we realize it when it's gone.
Even once the water was turned on, people didn't believe the water was safe. There are some who live in parts of those 9 counties in southern West Virginia who still don't believe their water is safe. They won't drink it, they won't bathe in it, they won't cook with it.
The economic value of water spread across so many different facets of life that it almost gets, pardon the pun, but it gets diluted. Its real value gets diluted because you've got a tourism sector, you've got a quality of life sector. People's willingness to pay for clean water is huge. You've got a recreational sector, you've got the power industry sector. And then of course you have the drinking water sector, and all of these things draw on the value of water, but there's no single thing to point to. There's no tons per year produced in a county that has a real tax, a single tax revenue that you can point to. And so that in some ways it shrouds or makes it difficult, or blurs, I guess is the better term, the existing value of water that we have right now.
Our staff, our reporters, their families, many of them, I think nearly all of them, they lived in apartments and in homes where they didn't have water either. So this was a story that they were covering, but they were also experiencing firsthand.
we have to be protective of that water because so much of our state, so much of our businesses, our economy depends on it. It is not just people who care about the environment. They care about the environment because of its value to the people that live here.
I think people need to advocate for their community and for safety in their community, no matter what it is. But when it comes to something as essential as water, know what's going into the water. Know how your water is processed. Understand what potential hazards there are along the waterways which feed your particular system.
But the Elk River is a very clean river, one of the cleanest in the East, actually. And so you see how dependent then we have become as a state on our few really clean, productive water sources like the Elk River.